What's up, everyone? It's me, Jimmy Oaks, and
it's me, Brian.
Brian Hall. B Hall. Also known as Ball, also known as B. Yeah. B. I asked you guys on the YouTube community page to ask us some questions you guys have had for, I guess, me and B, and for, I mean, it's been like 2 months since I think the last Q&A. I figured it was time for an update. And I also asked my Patreon for some questions too, so we'll have some of those in there too. So I think we're just gonna go from like the most asked question down. I think that's a fair way to do it. All right, the top comment was, have you thought about moving to Florida for more opportunities and seat time for drifting? Yeah, I think anyone from Connecticut is just like, wow, I should move to Florida. I think it's a very Northeast thing to say. For me, I like visiting Florida, but I don't feel like it's my place. Like, I don't really like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, I just don't feel like that's my scene. I love having the opportunity to go there when I can, but I don't ever really see myself moving and living there. I don't know about you, B.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of in a similar situation anyways. You have like a decent amount of friends in Florida, and then like I have family who live in Florida, so it's cool to be able to go there and come back.
I wouldn't mind setting it up so I can be out there more during the winter season and do all that stuff, but for now I don't see myself ever moving there like permanently.
It's definitely a dream to be able to do the whole snowbird thing.
Yeah.
And to not have to deal with so much of the terrible cold and
wet feet all the time.
Yeah, I hate standing in water, which like for months out of the year it is.
Like today, it's snowing and it sucks. So today I wish I was in Florida.
Yeah.
How did you meet B Hall, Drew, RJ, and Steffi? Also, that new guy, what's his story and what's he drive? Also, any plans for your own shop one day? Get your own dyno in due time and start some merch and lots of good content like always.
That's a bunch of questions in one.
Yeah, that's like a whole thing. But second most liked comment, so it's pretty good.
Well, I guess we could start with how you and I met.
So when I was younger, in my teenage years, I was obsessed with BMX, of course, as you guys know. And so I actually worked at a bike shop in town, and the bike shop was owned by...
Yeah, my brother-in-law, or my now brother-in-law, back then my sister's boyfriend.
So B used to come in all the time, stop in with his Mark III GTI, ripping e-brake and not having a reverse gear, and I thought it was the coolest shit ever.
Yeah, and actually, like, it's funny how it all turned out, but like, I remember Jimmy driving a Saturn SL2, right?
Yeah.
It was a SC2 or something, because it was a coupe. And that thing burned, I swear it was like 3 quarts of oil a week.
Oh yeah.
Must have been. And then he then got a Mark IV Jetta, and I helped him put
the coilovers in.
Coilovers on, and
now he's helping me 1J swap fucking S13s.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
So it's funny how that works out. But.
And then Drew, I actually met Drew through Adam LZ, like probably had to be like 8 years ago, something crazy like that. We like went to go ride street, and Adam was just like, "Yo, I know this kid. He's a good filmer, and he like knows mad street spots." And we like show up to Drew's town to ride street, and Drew's just like, I guess we could go like ride this like ledge down the road. And then like it was a shit ledge, and we basically went home after like an hour. It was such a fail of a day, but like that's how I met Drew, and then we kind of stumbled upon each other again throughout the car scene later in life, and now we're.
And it's funny if you look back, actually. So my brother-in-law was technically Adam LZ's first sponsor.
Oh yeah.
He used to give Adam, I'm gonna call you out here. He used to have to give Adam a new set of pedals all the time.
Yeah.
They wouldn't grip his shoes.
Adam was really picky with good pedals, so Adam would always give me his pedals when he got new pedals because like I wasn't as picky, and so it worked out really well. So I had Adam LZ hand-me-down pedals for years. Ask him. Like I'd go to his house and he'd be like, "All right, Jimmy, here's my bucket." I would just shout
out Wallingford Bike Barn for bringing all of this together.
Yeah,
in
honestly,
reality.
That's so true. It's crazy. And then Steffi's actually been a family friend forever, and she just kind of like, that's how I met her. Yeah, she was a family friend. She came around a lot, and before you know it, us. So, and what's that new guy story? I'm thinking.
Who's
about.
What
is
new
that
guy?
Garrett or Jizzo? So Garrett has been in the videos a lot lately. He's been helping me out a lot. It's my homie from the BMX days, but he also is a huge Volkswagen guy, which Brian knows. Everyone's fucking connected. It's cool. And Garrett has the Mark II coupe. It's gorgeous. He's a cool dude. He's in between jobs right now, so he has some time to like help me when he can and stuff. So it's been pretty cool. And then Jizzo, if you guys remember him, he actually moved in a few units down, and he helps Drew out a lot because they do the whole dirt bike flipping thing.
Izzo's into dirt bikes. He's also he's a little bit younger than us, so
he's a nut, but he's a good kid, and he helps.
He's kind of our apprentice.
Yeah.
In a way.
Well,
so we have to pick on him.
Yeah, we have to pick on him, exactly. So, but he's probably the best sport about it ever, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So, also, any plans for your own shop one day? It would be cool. I don't think the Northeast is a really good place to open up a performance shop. It seems extremely difficult, and I give props to all the guys I know that run successful shops, like, you know, Command Performance. Mac, you kill it. It's awesome. But I don't know if that's something I would see myself partaking in. But I definitely something I might be a part of, I guess.
I'm keeping my options open.
Yeah,
you know
exactly. I mean, if things fall together and things work out, I wouldn't be upset. But I don't see myself, you know, looking to invest in that department right now, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that's from where we're at right now, that's honestly a big leap. It'd be great to grow into this and seeing how far we grow with this. That could, you know, maybe turn into something.
I mean, I love the way that like Brent from PFI Speed does it.
Yeah,
how they do the shop cars and they film it and stuff like that, so they can kind of like a double win of filming and having customer cars, and that's sick. So that I definitely wouldn't mind doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Those PFI guys do some awesome stuff over there.
Badass dudes. So next one, when y'all gonna work on B-Hall's Mark II?
We should do that soon.
We have to give him a sneak peek of your Corrado too one day.
I also have a Corrado.
Just like lift it up and show him how shiny it is.
Yeah, it looks nice under there.
I don't know. I think the real thing is we're waiting for his Mark III to be done before we can think of anything else right now. Because we don't want to. If you open up too many projects at once, they all kind of get overwhelming. You kind of have to. The Mark III is close enough that I feel like we should just like get the Mark III done and then.
Yeah, in reality, that's probably definitely a true statement. The Mark III is definitely closer. The Mark III actually runs and drives. It's like fully mechanically sound. I really just have to block it one more time with one more grit of sandpaper and put some paint down.
Which is a lot more work than you guys might think.
The Mark II though, I mean, that still could come here relatively soon. It depends.
So right now it's like we just need like one more space basically. So I've been thinking about bringing one car home at my home garage if my mom will let me. If not, throw one in Steph's garage, like the Miata or something, and give us some time with it. So the Mark II, I think we're both not aiming to make it a show car. So we could throw it together somewhat on the quick side. It'd be cool just getting it together, and I mean, we don't need much for it.
Yeah, no, really, I have pretty much everything for the Mark II. There's a few things with that need to be fabricated and built. But that car, the aim for that car was never to really make it like super, super nice. I just wanted to drive the crap out of it. And I did for a lot of years, and it was really fun.
Yeah, I mean, the car itself, I mean, it is a nice car. I'm not saying it's not a nice car, but we don't have to shave the bed.
Yeah, but it's also not, it's never been, I'll be honest, a lot of people think that car is like way nicer than it is because I painted that car in 7 days.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I'm not even kidding. Like, and that includes welding an entire rocker panel on one side. So thank gosh it's white because or else you'd probably see a lot more of the.
And if you guys didn't know, it's Mark II. It's a Mark II Golf 2-door with a 1.8T swap in.
Yeah,
from a Mark IV. So.
Yeah, and that's just going to be a really fun driver, and that's really the whole reason why I kept it 4-cylinder.
It's going to feel fast.
Yeah.
You and B-Hall are like mechanical geniuses. How did you both become so knowledgeable about intricate things such as wiring, tuning, and bodywork? First off, thank you.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool compliment.
Yeah.
I'm glad we impressed you guys. Honestly, common sense and research will bring you way far. Let me put it this way. Common sense, confidence, and research are just the 3 biggest things ever. I like to go in assuming if someone else can figure it out, you know, why can't I? A lot of people go in like, oh, I'll never figure it out, and you're already behind, you know? Try to stay open-minded, and of course, research. There is so much on the internet. It is ridiculous.
I mean, it obviously can be tough to like weed through the good and bad research because you're obviously going to find plenty of misinformation. And I mean, that's where the common sense comes in, and you guys are just going to have to figure that out. But the thing that I feel like is also important is, these are probably definitely all things that Jimmy and I have both cared a lot about for a long enough time, and what really makes a difference is caring about something. Like, you're never gonna figure it out faster. You're never gonna get better at something if you don't care about it. So in reality, I mean, we do have a lot of heart into this thing, and it's probably why we, you know, tend to excel in certain areas, just because we care a little bit more, you know.
Yeah, that's a huge one too.
And especially when you care about something, you tend to just pick things up quickly.
Yeah,
and
no,
the
it's
faster
true,
you
yeah.
pick them up, it gives you more and more motivation to
Get
get
more
out
excited,
there.
and it's just a snowball
And
effect.
you know, if you're having like difficulty getting into something, like, an important thing is to start small. You know what I mean? Give yourself a job that's totally, you know, something that you can handle, something that's, you know, but still is going to push you a little bit, so you gain that confidence. And once you do that small job, you can move on to a medium and a bigger.
Just don't jump in and trying to like LS swap a Corolla, you know what I mean? Like, start small. And honestly, like, a lot of the times, take the time to learn the foundations and how everything works first, because if you know how something works, you can use a lot of common sense to improvise the way you do things. And if you know how it works at the fundamentals, it'll make a lot more sense when you're trying to build up your knowledge, I guess.
Yeah, that's definitely really important. I mean, it's easy to kind of plug and play, and if you can look and see with your eyes, you can say, oh, this square shape goes into this square shape. And a lot of times that'll get you by plenty, like, if you know that you just have to, you know, change one part or whatever. But when it comes to customizing the things, you really got to know, you know, what the things do.
Talked about plans for the Red Z. Gonna be touching that anytime soon. I want to see some LS content.
Pause.
So as far as the LSZ goes, it needs a cam really bad. It's needed a cam, so they put it in there, and we've talked about doing cam forever. Every time I go to budget myself for the month on content, I swear to God, I always forget about the Red Z. It's turned into that, and it needs to happen. It's gonna happen. It will have a good cam in it before the summer. I'm gonna try and promise you that, because I would love to make high 300s on that. And we went back and forth about turboing it. I'm gonna expose that, I guess, a lot. We did a lot of trial and error trying to fit things in there, and a lot of planning on how to route everything. And we kind of come to the fact that if we do turbo it, it might take away from some of the heart from the build, because we're really gonna have to cram that thing in here, and it might not be as pretty as I guess we'd want it to be.
Yeah, that was kind of the one thing that we did talk about, how right now it is like a very symmetrical, beautiful, like the way the LS is can be pretty, and in that situation it really is. Maybe the single big turbo would kind of jostle that up a bit.
Yeah, it's still in the air, the idea. I'd still love to do it, but as of right now, we've done a lot of like measuring and fitment stuff in there, and it isn't looking like it's going to be the simplest thing ever.
Yeah, I'd love to see just a cam thrown in that thing, and really, I'm sure like you'll agree, the one and only other thing that car needs one day is a shifter, right? Or a shifter assembly.
Yeah, it needs a shifter.
And that all works fine.
Yeah, so if you guys don't know, the one thing I don't like about the car is the shifter's super notchy because it has a shortened linkage, and we'll fix that too.
It works, and it's plenty easy to find the gears, but you just have to know.
You have to drive with confidence.
It doesn't feel like a stock car.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So, Z, it's gonna get a cam. We'll put it there.
Yeah.
When are you gonna touch and finish E36? We want E36 content. So, E36, that's a good one. So, I posted up a while ago about like what I should do with it, and I think people took it as in, oh, what am I gonna do with this thing? Not as, what am I gonna do with this thing? And people thought I was gonna sell it. And I don't plan on selling that car. I love that car, even though, yes, it's been sitting because it is the winter. I did drive that car a lot over the summer, even though if you guys might not agree, but I do love that car, and I just honestly don't know what to do with it next. It obviously needs paint. That's the huge one. It needs a paint job, and if it was painted, the car would be beautiful. Right now, I'm not focused on paint just because it'll cost. It's paint. I'm trying to find the right time for that because I might change things up, and paint is extremely expensive and extremely tedious of a job, even though you guys might not think so, some of you.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's not something we're just gonna
Bang
decide
up.
We don't like the color one day. You really gotta.
Exactly.
And I really don't like cutting corners with bodywork. It depends.
So right now, I mean, it has the M52, it has the supercharger, it's all tuned up, so as far as the drivetrain goes, it seems to be there. I'd love more power, but it's like, how much do I want to invest in more power? I could go S50, S52, put the supercharger on, do that, and have another probably 80 horsepower. That'd be cool, but honestly, I'd love to. I want to change up the engine swap so bad, but it's already so dialed of a drivetrain that I feel bad changing it. It has a suspension, has the wheels, has most of the interior at this point, so.
I think he's stuck in a position where I think Jimmy originally always wanted to S54 swap this car.
Oh, always.
And the supercharger, the situation where that happened, kind of just like we had to put it on. You know what I mean?
We were presented the awesome the position of the supercharger, and it was like, well, shit, let's do this. It was, we got it for, Tommy hooked us up with it, so we were very low into it, and I didn't have to invest another $6,000 into an engine swap when we were able to supercharge and 52 it. So
yeah, so there's nothing wrong with it. It's just I'm sure it needs some tightening it up, but like that's not really the main. Like right now, we kind of there's a certain schedule we're trying to stick to.
Yeah.
Just because I think it's definitely important to have the S13 done.
Yeah. So the S13 right now is the main focus, as you can tell, and realistically, we have enough time to get a lot of shit, like sick shit done. But it's the money factor that's really limiting like everything. And I mean, that's huge. I mean, this stuff is really expensive, and right now I've been trying to focus my funds as best as I could to get the S13 together, because I don't want to miss out on the drift season, because it is coming up pretty quick. So, and we still have a lot of stuff to get through.
Yeah, exactly. S13 kind of in this situation definitely has.
To me is the most important, because right now drifting, I don't want to miss out on drifting, because it is the funnest thing, because it is my favorite thing to do, and we don't get a lot of seat time in the Northeast, so I need to make sure I get all of it. So as far as that goes, the E36 isn't top priority, but I would love to hear from you guys what you think we should do with it. We've talked about going felony form over fenders.
Yeah.
That was cool. It'd be something to do, change the whole hookup. But then again, I don't know how I feel about cutting the quarters up, because I do like the stock body stuff, but it would be cool. We could engine swap it, but that's a lot of money. But I'd love to engine swap it, but like I said, it's a lot of money, and just paint is very...
Yeah, so you guys let us know on that one to see what you want to do. I mean, there's things that we've gone back and forth, but if you guys got an idea on what you think we should do with the E36 next, let us know.
I was talking about the other day, I would love to make a half cage for it. I think that'd be pretty cool, like a bolt-in half cage, because they sell them. It's just really expensive, but we could make one for really cheap. We have the stuff, so I think that'd be cool. You guys be into it? Let us know. So the next question is, it's February, going to start working on the FD soon. So the FD is obviously, like we've talked about it, it's like my dream build right now. Like when I think of like the most beautiful car, I just think of an FD, and I've wanted to build one forever. And as you guys know, we had the black one, the
clapper
that we were going to put together, and I was so excited for that, and it was just such a letdown. It just kind of, it threw me off entirely.
There's actually there's lost footage of that I filmed the whole day of that on the frame machine. I put that car on my frame machine at work, and I tugged it around, and it was like, there was some stuff where another shop, probably somewhere in Texas, wherever the car came from, did some really hack work, and they pulled it in all the wrong ways.
And so Brian, I was lucky enough, Brian put his hours in and got that car straight, but at that point, to me, the hype was gone. Going through that devastation of all of it, even though Brian did get everything in spec, I couldn't look at the car the same, and it hurt me a lot, because that was a huge thing for me to get that car, and it was a big step.
That was a big purchase, and that was I don't know if you'll be buying any cars blindly online anytime soon.
Don't trust people, I guess. But so getting this one, it was situational, come up, I guess you could say, where I wasn't looking for an FD at the point, because I did not think I was in the position to build one.
We were in the IS 300 market at the time.
Yeah, well,
moving to the FD market. So that was
so
when you think about it like that,
things just aligned where we had the IS, and my buddy, a friend of a friend, had that for sale before it was online. It was friend of mouth. It was a good deal, and so I couldn't let it pass up, and things just aligned so well. We made so many moves in a couple days. We were able to get it somehow. We were able to get it with the wheel, sell the wheels, get the engine, do all that. It was going good, and we had the transmission from months ago, and it all aligned. And even that, I wasn't ready to fully go into it, but we were making moves on the back burner.
Yeah, actually, I think both of us were having a ton of fun working on that car.
Yeah, just all the fab stuff, because it was time and creativity, and it wasn't really money stuff. So it was just fun to bang that stuff out, and we put on the back burner again, because that's just the most expensive build right now.
Yeah.
And it's not the most important. And then I drove that one in Florida. I decided the 1J wasn't the right engine for that car, and now it's sitting there as a shell again. And we entertained the idea of doing an SR VVL head and all that stuff, mainly because I love the SR and I figured it'd be a cool engine for that chassis. And then I did some more thinking and realized it's not a very cost-effective and fitting engine for that chassis, especially if you guys saw the way you have to make it actually fit there. And so we came up with a better idea for it that we actually haven't even talked about yet, but we have a whole entire new plan for it, and I'm gonna kill some of your dreams right now, and all I'm saying is it's not a rotary. I don't want to get you guys hopes up, even though I did think about it a lot, but we're not doing a rotary. In the future we probably will do something with a rotary, but for now we have another idea for it, and I've been trying to make motion on things behind the scenes, trying to build some momentum for it, because I know you guys are probably sick of me just having it in the background, but like I said, it's just the budgeting of all the projects, and that one is just probably on the bottom of the totem pole right now. As much as I wish it was on top.
Let's talk say like end goal for that car. Like, what are you expecting out of it?
Like power wise or performance wise, or
like
what?
car wise.
Car wise, I want it a beautiful, completely functional car that I could take out and just romp on.
So we're talking all the amenity, AC, power steering, with
power,
good power,
good grip,
500 plus, somewhere in there.
400 plus.
400 plus.
Yeah, for a street car, 400 plus is good.
500 dyno car, whatever.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. And I want grip. I want a good alignment. I want good functional fitment. I want that car to just, like dream about driving it. That's what I want. That
beautiful wheels, flawless paint, so
slick top.
In my eyes, yeah, a different roof.
Different roof.
In my eyes, this seems like a big undertaking, and that's the reality of the situation. That's a huge build. That's a dream build, and we really got to take our time and do it right.
Exactly. And like I said, I went into it, of course, knowing that I wasn't in a position to build it, but I just couldn't let it go. I couldn't let the deal up, so that's why I have an FD now sitting in the corner of my garage.
And I think, honestly, like, the fact that you decided not to go with the 1J, like, it kind of shed some light on the gravity of the situation. Like, you're not taking it lightly.
Yeah, exactly. And it shows you guys exactly how much I have to expect from that car and where we're going to go with it. So I think you guys will actually really, really enjoy the new path we have for it. I just wanted to get the ball rolling a little bit more, so don't just like reveal it to you guys and all of a sudden the FD is sitting for another 3 months, kind of like the 1J. So that's about it.
Next question.
I guess we'll do more. It's been quite a bit so far. This is more fun with you.
All right,
is good.
Fun questions this time.
Okay.
We did all serious, legit questions. Maybe you can slap these in. Do you have any travel plans?
And collabs. That's a good one. Travel plans and collabs.
We're traveling next week.
Oh yeah, me and Brian are. Brian and I, let's put it that way.
English.
Brian and I are going to California next week for a little Hyundai experience, I guess you could say it.
Yeah.
I think I could share this. I didn't say I couldn't. But so Hyundai has a new Veloster N coming out. I think that's what it is. I should know this.
Maybe we should just be really simple about it.
Okay, so Hyundai is actually flying Brian and I out to California for a couple days to basically test out and shine some light on one of the new cars.
Yeah, so that's I'm excited for that.
I'm stoked Brian gets to come along. That's cool.
Yeah,
and I've never been to Cali. And Brian, you ever been to Cali?
I have been to Cali, but
you're like 5 or something. Oh no, you were there. You went for the bath.
I was there recently. I actually drove there.
Fuck that.
But yeah, this will be a lot better.
Yeah, it's a quick little thing. We're basically in and out there, but it's gonna be cool to get away from the cold for at least a day.
Yeah, that's
and drive a car hopefully.
Yeah. No, I mean, definitely the car thing is probably really exciting, but the weather hopefully is good.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
On top of that, collabs. Obviously, I'd love to do a bunch of them. There's a few guys in the Northeast that a lot of people want me to collab with. To be cool. I'd love to go out to Cali, of course, and visit the Eliminate guys. I think that's top of my list. Me and Randy actually talked about me going out there and helping him with this S13 to get a little more power out of it, because he knows how much we know the SRs down here, and I think it'd be pretty fun. That'd be sick. Good excuse to hang out with those guys. I mean, any of the Cali guys would be cool. If I got to hang out with TJ or Dustin, that'd be awesome. And I know those guys are really awesome dudes. Evan Shank's always trying to get me to go to Texas. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know.
Texas sounds fun. I've been there a little bit. But
Texas sounds cool.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't even know what to expect for Texas. So I definitely wouldn't mind
really
that.
like we're down to work with anybody. We're down to collab with anybody. And we're easygoing guys. We like long walks on the beach. I'm a Libra. Jimmy, what are you?
I think I'm a Cancer or Leo.
Jimmy doesn't even know what his sign is. So you know,
I think I'm Cancer.
if you want to collab, just hit us up. Yeah. Swipe right. I think. I don't have Tinder. I don't know.
Swipe up. That's like the super up. Isn't that like the I'm really feeling you is the up?
Just edit that part out because I don't know what I'm talking about.
I think up is like really feeling. Should we do one more question? Let's do one more.
I'm cold-hearted and broke, I cold-started and choke. I grow part with my soul, the vote harder to grow. I know why, hey, I know why, hey, yeah. I'm cold-hearted and broke, I cold-started and